Yo, air, thanks. Okay, so I wanted to try to find... I guess I wanted to try to see if... I wanted to try to find like a range of... I can't explain what I'm doing. I'm just going to do it. Yes, correct. Is that late again? Incredible. That's late again, I think. Brother. So... I did want to look at the hitbox viewer. Someone was saying that it might, you know, I might be getting pushed by the Dodongo. That doesn't really seem likely, though. The Dodongo is not really gonna be... What if he's like right there? He's closer than I thought. No, he's not that close. He's just not that close to me. That doesn't seem likely. He's really not that close to me. Okay, so if that doesn't work, we wait a little bit. Oh yeah, it's definitely not getting pushed by the Dodongo, because it fails in cases like that sometimes where the Dodongo's already dead. Although maybe that's just a position that doesn't work by default and would need a push from the Dodongo to get into a working position. Thanks, Jinage. Howdy, Misa. So I'm going to keep the hitbox viewer on and just do some more... tries here. Wait, I forgot I wasn't supposed to target anymore. So this... I found... that this can fail if I let the Dodongo get close under me. Does this fail? No. Probably no runs today. I'm not sure. I mean, he's just still not close to me. Like, these hitboxes are not touching me. There's no way. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. So he's not going to hit, he's not going to be under me there, so I have to wait. And I don't know if this works. I have it written down that this can fail, but it didn't. I just don't get it, man. So you never took a good look at this trick. I'm blowing up a bomb on the donger as part of the trick, and if the bomb doesn't hit him and blow up early, the trick fails. So I just learned yesterday that you can blow up a bomb on the donger and use it for the mega flip. But yeah, he's not always under you. Like if you watch when I just try the trick over and over again, he's just not always in a place where I can drop the bomb and hit him. It's like depending on his exact movement. Like here he'll be under. There he was under me because... Oh, that seems kind of close. No, it's not that close. Like, if he is walking toward... He's always going to be walking towards you as you're getting to the top there, pretty much. But if he's walking toward you, and when your seventh chew... Sorry, when your second to last chew explodes, if he's just barely out of range of that. So then he gets a lot of extra time to walk towards you, you know. I guess if he's like barely in the range of an explosion the first time you hit him with one of your chew explosions as you're doing the hover, then he'll like get stuck where he is because he's getting hit by the explosion, which baits him into the fire breath, and then as he's doing the fire breath, you'll hit him with another hover until you get all the way to the top, and then when you get to the top, he does another fire breath from where he still is from wherever he originally got stopped, and so that's not going to be close enough. But if your chew explosion happens, and then before the next chew explosion, whichever hover this comes on, usually it's like between the 7th and 8th, right after the say right after the 7th chew explosion, like radius goes away, he steps into that radius and then keeps walking towards you. Then he has like extra time to walk towards you, and so he ends up much closer to you, and then you can drop the bomb. But I'm trying to figure out right now. I'm assuming that there's no other secret variables with the camera that I'm not aware of or anything like that. It's very possible that there are, but right now I'm assuming there's not, and I'm just doing the hovers and looking at my XYZ position when I start the mega flip, and I'm seeing which XYZ positions can fail. And I'm noting down which ones can fail, and then I'm going to try to find, based on which ones seem to always work, I'm going to try to find a 2-frame window where I can start a 2-frame window for the walking left at the beginning. So basically that determines your position when you start the hovers. And then like a 2 within that 2 I guess for each of those frames, I would want a 2-frame window of like, you know, you can fail any one of these chew hovers, or you can fail 0, or you can fail between 1 and 2 of these chew hovers. And when I say fail, I don't actually mean fail the chew hover and fall down. I mean get a 2nd frame chew hover instead of a 1st frame. So like say I find a 2-frame window for the walking at the beginning, then within each of those frames, if I start the hover from either of those positions from those 2 frames, I want each of those to have a something like that, where it's like it's always going to work if I fail 0 or 1 chew hovers, or it's always going to work if I fail if I second frame if I second frame 0 or 1 chew hovers and the rest are first frame, or if I second frame 1 or 2 chew hovers and the rest are first frame. That would make me feel more comfortable with the leniency here. So that's like 4 different positions that need to work. But also there needs to be some kind of backup. Like presumably it's going to be consistent if I just kill the Dodongo, but that requires dropping a ton of bombs to kill him from up there. I don't know, man. Like, I guess I'm just gonna try from here. Whoops. Wait, why did that not work? You have a very important question. Yeah, please leave a message. Dang dong grotto from Dumas. So true. What did you say your height and weight are? I don't know what your height and weight... I mean, aren't you like 5'6"? There's a scale in the, I think there's still a scale in the, laundry room closet. Thanks, Morph. How's it going, man? Should you lie? You can just give it to him in kilograms and, you know, assume that they understand it's kilograms. Testicle era. Why did I also think this while I was typing the title? Well, that's just dead. I don't know how I would fix that if that happened for some reason. I think I feel good about these frames. The initial, you know, the first try, the good RNG scenario for this from this starting position, starting the hovers from this position, and then getting 165.6 or 165.9 at height. I think I feel good about that. It seems... Oh, that doesn't work? Wow. And then I guess I want to know, once the dong's firmly dead, does this work? Still seems to work. Surely the other Dodongo doesn't matter, right? Why did I do that? It still works. I guess I don't even need to hold right. I can just see if it clips. I think he's too far. Wait. That's interesting. It blew up. It blew up, but a frame later. I guess if I had done the drop and roll a frame later, it would have worked. Whoa, he didn't get hit by any of those. Oh, because I didn't do an 8th hover. Nice brain damage. That is a clip. Not sure if that works. Doesn't work. And so the backup is we wait 1 billion years. Wait, where the fuck did he go? Oh, we ate it, right? Okay, I'm just gonna wait until he's dead for the sake of testing. For a second I thought you were talking about dyeing your hair. I was like... I understand now. It's because these zillennials got this fucking hair colors you've never even heard of. Does that work? Certainly not if I don't know how to do a mega flip. Again, I don't know how to do a mega flip. It's just a shame that I can't... You know, I wonder if I can see better on my capture. How much more can I see on my capture compared to on my screen? Not really anymore. Yeah, I can actually see the whole screen. I forgot that I could see the whole screen on this TV or monitor. Pete, when's Snakebird? It's so good, dude. It's so good. It's the best puzzle game, I think. I think it's the best puzzle game since a Monsters Expedition, at least. That's like 4 years. At least. I don't know, I liked Octogram a lot too, but it's, you know, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's better than modern Dota 2. And it's better than the Puzzmo crossword. Yeah, so I like the consistency on this. I also need to verify that you actually do get the same XYZ from failing different chew hovers. So like if I get a second framer on this one, that gives me XY or XZ of 0.361, 0.93. Oh, it's different. Okay. Okay. Shit. Okay. So second frame chew hovers are out of the question, I guess. I mean, maybe I could have some super complicated like branching path situation where like if I am in this position and I fail, if I get a second frame chew hover on chew number 4, then I also need to get a second frame chew hover on chew number 5 or on chew number 8 or something like that. Maybe something like that is possible. Pete, you should try changing things. Change something and see what happens. Good luck. I'm not going to demand that the change is play Snakebird instead of Dota, because it seems like you probably need a bigger change than that. Should you register to vote? What was I saying about you and voting the other day? Seem to not quite remember. Changing the wife is also something that I've recommended to Pete in the past. If I recall correctly. Guys, this might be too complicated. Actually, I can just test every combination. Okay, so that's failing. That's second framer on 7 and 8. That's 5 and 6. And he's out of range. That doesn't sound like something I would say, Misa. Yo, Gosu. Fuck. That's not a mega flip. It's a slow mega flip, I mean. Okay, that's 6 only. It's 3 only. This was 2 only? This was 4 only? What? He's still not under me? What am I doing, dude? Well, let's just see if this works. that's never gonna work. This was 2 and 3. I think I already tried 7 only. What is these? What's the dongo facing direction all about there? That was weird. And 5 only is the last one, I think. So my theory based on that is I can fail any one. From this frame I can fail any one and it still works. What about the previous frame? That's not just, that's just it's just not it, man. It's the same frame. You can get dopamine from physical exercise? Sounds like fake news to me. Okay, this is the previous frame. Well, I just messed up, but that's fine. So we've tested 1, this is 7. I wish you could tell when it's under you though. This is 8. Okay, I don't even need to hold right, I'm pretty sure. I think it'll show me clipping if I don't do that. But yeah, 1, 7, and 8 are all fine. Or I guess I'm saying 1 when I should say 2 to be consistent. That was 3 and 4, let's just see. I keep holding right, but whatever. That is a clip. That was 4. So we've done 2, 4, and 8. Did we do 7? I can't remember. We've done 2, 4, and 8 at least. Let's try to do 3. Okay. We need to do 5, 6, and 7. Thought that would work. Maybe. This is 7. That did not work. Let's try 7 again. I did a third frame chew over instead of a second. Oops. Did a second frame on 8. So it was the backup, right? It was, I let him come under here and then I did this. So does this also fail? No, that succeeds. What? Pretty much consultant. Okay, so I'm gonna stop my local recording here, and I'm going to pull it up. I don't have a source for this. Going to watch a movie together. Wait, it doesn't work? You can't see it. What the hell? It's playing right now on my screen. Media source. How about a media source? Here we have a media source. Yes, that is VLC. Is there a better one? Okay, so here was where I can't really go frame by frame with the media source, so forget it. Deleting it. I am on Windows, yes. I'm just gonna watch this frame by frame in VLC, and you guys don't get to see. This is the quality content we get in practice streams, testing streams. Okay, where's the one that failed? This must be it. No, next one. Okay. So at the moment this fails, we have, I'm just gonna, I gotta copy these frames into my notes. Brother. so there's that frame. Then there's that frame. Back. Y equals 24.59, and then y equals 0, and then another y equals 0 frame. It looks like this. Okay, now we're going to compare this, and by we I mean me. We're going to compare this to the one that did not, or that did clip. That was the one that did not clip. Okay, 165.6 height. Okay, 24.5999y, 354.059x, 1157.15z, 4000, FC7F, 4000, minus 17.000. All of that shit is exactly the same. And then on the next frame, it's suddenly not exactly the same. On the next frame, they're both y equals 0, but the x and z positions are completely different. And the movement angle is completely different. The Dodongo does seem kind of close to me, actually, in the one that didn't work. Let me actually look. We don't have a printer. The library has a printer. We do not have a printer. I had to do some shit like that for the thing that you're doing right now. No, I don't think we need a library card. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I wanted to look at the VOD and see if I was plausibly getting pushed by the Dodongo here when this failed. And in fact, I want to look back at a lot of... Look back at like my VODs in general at the times... I guess it's easier to watch this on YouTube, huh? Than on Twitch. I want to look back at all my previous VODs and see if the Dodongo is really close, because maybe I am just getting pushed. Okay. Back to before I started trying to show this video on stream. Is this the one that worked? That's the one that worked. I think like 2 minutes earlier, maybe. Okay, 165.6. Wait, that one worked. Wait, what? 165.6. Oh yeah, right. I was trying a bunch of different 165.6 scenarios. Okay. So here we are. The Dodongo is pretty close. It's kind of close, man. That might be it. I didn't stay to where I could actually see. Let's look at this hitbox one more time. I mean, you gotta be pretty close to that to get pushed, right? Also, does it push me? It does push me, yeah. Yeah, I think the best thing to do is just to go back through my VODs and find times when I failed the Dongo Grotto and see if the dong seemed really close to where I was supposed to clip. That looks like one where I failed. Oh man, he does look kind of close. Yeah, it's like where his foot is on me. This is actually it. I'm literally just getting pushed by his foot. So it's probably not like a super precise anything. There's probably nothing super precise going on with like, I always assumed that the position was super precise, and so just a tiny little difference in position at any point would ruin everything, so that like, I don't know, some weird integer rounding error or something with the positioning. But if I'm getting pushed, it might just be that I'm getting pushed. Like that might just ruin it, no matter how lenient the trick is. That might just ruin it. I'm just watching a billion scenarios. Yeah, dude, I think it's just the foot. That's hilarious. So if it's the foot, I feel like if it's just the foot and not also some ultra precision thing, then I feel like the strat is going to be to stay kind of far to the right during the hovers and then curve way left before the clip. That is my theory on what will make this trick work consistently, if this is true. So instead of giving myself cancer, I'm going to just try it a bunch. Didn't I have a position after the hovers last stream where the clip was failing if I did not wait but succeeded after a couple seconds waiting? Yeah, probably because like that fits my theory, because like, you know, the Dodongo moving changed, you know. Oh my god. I'm just going to I guess I will do the mega flip off of this guy. See, like that curving that much puts me, I feel like, pretty reliably far away from his foot. Reproduce this easily and... Oh. Yeah, I was trying to earlier. I was just failing to get a position where it was failing again. But I think I'd rather just do it this way. Test it this way. Maybe like that. Okay, that's too much of a curve, right? No, that's not too much of a curve. Wait. I should save these positions at the top before I do the mega flip. That's... I guess maybe if you have too much leftward momentum, it's bad for the clip. That's my guess. Let's try this again. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames of left. That still clips. But it's kind of still right next to his foot. Seven frames of left? I mean... It's not really that far away from his foot, dude. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's slightly farther from his foot. I guess. $11. That almost looked like it was going to work, but it didn't. I'm still on the same polygon here, so it must just be that I have too much leftward momentum. That's not going to work. Just kidding. Whoops. That's because I released right a frame early. So yeah, I don't know. Curve. Maybe. What if I curve a lot and then cut back? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. One frame of holding the opposite direction, and then back to right when I hit the ground. No. How about 2 frames of the opposite direction? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3 for good measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now hold back the other way. No, it might just not work this far over because this slope or something, this slope that's on the wall, and that edge needs to be higher up or something. I don't know. Well, what if I curve the opposite way? Is his head in the way there? No. I'm not. If it's touching my sword, that doesn't matter, right? Like we're not. No, we're just not touching right now. I wanna look at my VODs. This one only had one attempt, and it did not die in Dodongo Grotto. This one also did not die in Dodongo Grotto. Wait, was there another attempt? Oh, here we go. Okay. So, like, his foot is like... His foot is like... here. No, it's like a tiny bit closer than that. It's not close enough to push me while I'm falling there. It's just not close enough. So... yeah, I guess I'm back to like it somehow being the camera and not being pushed. Which makes more sense because there's a visual difference in the frames, in the attempts that work and the attempts that don't work. There's a visual difference early in the mega flip, like a few frames after you mega flip, which is long before you would get pushed. Thanks, Perp. So there's just some secret camera variable that's fucking with me somehow. I don't know. Because of the Dodongo. It's related to the Dodongo. Secret camera variable related to the Dodongo. I don't know, man. So I guess I'm back to just testing every... I don't even know how to test every scenario because the Dodongo's position can vary very slightly, and that can make a difference apparently. Hi. Oh, you're saying hi to Perp. Thanks, Mesa. So I guess I want to do the rest of my practice right now. I want to come back to this later, but I guess my plan is just to see if test both for all of the possible, for a few different positions, for a few different initial hover positions, test the 165.9 height at both when the Dodongo is a little bit farther away, but I can still mega flip off of him, and when he's right under me. And then do the same for all 7 of the different possible second frame chew hovers. Positions that you get when you fail any of the, when you get a second framer on any of the 7 chew hovers. That's what I'm going to do later, I guess. But unless there's another idea. We just, I think I've determined that I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think I've determined which frames I want to try to test. Because the, like, which initial hover positions. Because the one that I normally get in runs seems to be worse. Seems to be, it seems to fail sometimes even with full height, which doesn't seem to happen with the positions that are closer to the entrance of the grotto. All right, it's time to just get some grinding in. And also it's time to get rid of all of these watches. And also save my settings so that I don't have those every time I open the game. I normally, I often listen to some kind of content while practicing. I guess I'm not allowed to play music though. Should we watch Video Game Donkey? Playing Mario Kart World? Surely that's allowed. React content is not only allowed but encouraged. How do I put
Welcome
this?
to the bro.
To the bro. I'm gonna put this